where you see this whole look, because this came from material. This shoe is it's so freaking cute. I look fat sitting down on it, sitting down in it, but when I stand up, I look really good in this. Do I want children? Sure. No, listen, these sit down rows are serious. No, I am not. I'm not saying anything.
So that was a fan asking her in the comments whether or not she was pregnant when she said, no, I'm not, and I'm not saying anything. So which one is it? No, you are not, and then say, I'm not saying anything. So rumor has it that Claressa Shields is pregnant. It's still not 100% for sure, not whether or not it's true. But she have made it clear that she definitely want a baby, and that after her second fight, she was going to start working on having a baby and getting pregnant. And that fight was her last fight she just had. So according to her, she was going to take like 2 years off to get pregnant. So she was going to dedicate herself on getting pregnant. She was going to do everything she could to get pregnant. She was going to reach out to the right doctors and get the right advice, take the proper medications and whatever's necessary to make sure this thing happens. And when you got money like that, with the right advice and doctors and money, your chances of accomplishing what you set out to do most likely is going to happen. And she don't have no problem with it because this is what she wants. She is madly in love with Papoose to the point that she don't even care. She don't even care that he's still married. She don't care what people say or think or feel. She wants what she wants, and she don't mind how she gets it. And that's the type of woman she is. She is a self-sacrificing woman. It could be dangerous to some degree. Listen, don't get me wrong, man. I have met many women like this to some degree. And in good ways and bad ways, it's still self-sacrificing. A woman can hate you so bad, she will sacrifice herself if it means you were hurt from it. But there are also women who love you so much that they will sacrifice themselves just to make you happy. So that's why I said self-sacrificing. Those can be dangerous in both ways. Anytime you can get so far in love that you lose yourself in the love, that is a problem. That is a problem. I don't ever, and neither should you, I don't ever, and neither should you want to ever be in a situation where you are in love. In love. Because to be in love is mean you're in that person so much that you lose yourself. Stay where there's love. Because where there's love, there's also responsibility. There's also boundaries. There's also guidelines by which you have that you're not going to compromise because of love. Not only the love for someone else, but the love you have for yourself. And this is not the case to some degree when it comes to her. I believe she wanted it so bad that it also became spiteful to the point where she allowed her past history to put her in a position to make wrong decisions, to actually give over your whole entire career to a man who's still married, to the point that now y'all are basically working for Remy Ma. You and Papoose is literally working for Remy Ma. He is still married. He is now your producer. He's now your manager. He's now your songwriter. He now controls your promotion, which means all the money from your Claressa Shields account that you are doing, that you put him on in the game, that you put a married man in the game on top, back on his feet, when his wife was shaming him for being down on his luck. You bring him in while he's still married, still in love with his wife, and you put him in a position to win while he's still married to his wife, which now means that those monies that you signed the contract and put your life, long time work over into his hands now also belong to the very woman you despise, who you subliminally take shots at, that she now has a stake in your assets, whether you accept it or not. That is the truth. That is the truth. And make no mistake about it, Papoose still loves his wife, which means financially he looks out for her. You're not paying attention to all the signs. Again, watch this. When Remy makes this statement, this is what people don't get. Like, some people just slow to the beat and dumb as hell. When Remy makes this statement,
your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of you, your percentage, because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy.
how would Remy know that when that hadn't been made public? How would she know that if that hadn't been made public? And you was embarrassed by her making that statement, that you said she was lying, only to find out that that is actually true. Now, when you made that statement, when you made that statement and said that it wasn't true, it was found to be true, but Remy made that statement when it hadn't even been out in the public. And I'm pretty sure you didn't tell Remy that. So who told Remy that? Papoose told Remy that. Why would he tell Remy that? Why would Papoose tell Remy the control he has over your assets to the point that he's now your manager? Why would he tell her that? Why would he confide in her that information? Why do you think he told her that? Let me open your understanding up of why he told her that. Again, he told her that because just like she wanted him to go along with the easy situation while she cash out, that's the same thing he positioned to her. You wanted me to go along with you in easy while you cash out on him? Well, I'm asking you to do the same thing now. In fact, my situation even better than yours, because I'm her manager, writer, producer, and I control her promotions. Claressa Shield, I control her promotions. See that? He got signing bonuses behind this woman from both TuneCore and Win Records. She wanted him so bad, she gave all that over to him, knowing this man is still married. Which means now, all of those things, let's just say Remy wanted to get Remy and them going to go through with the divorce. Let's just say that. All that is included in the divorce. All of that. It's all have to be signed in, recorded, registered. And they married in New Jersey, a no-fault law, no-fault state when it comes to divorce. In other words, it don't matter that Remy screwed Easy and actually was responsible for the breakup and separation of divorce. Because under that New Jersey no-fault state law that they married under, that don't even mean nothing. They go by who's bringing in the most assets financially wise. And right now, as it's looking, because of you, Claressa Shields, Papoose is. Papoose is now. Which means you're paying and working for Remy Ma, Claressa Shields. That's what that means. You work for her, even though you may think you don't. You do. Because the money Papoose get off from you also goes to Remy Ma. With what he doing for her now and through the divorce. And if she's not happy with the results of the divorce or what was actually said she have 2 years to contest that. So you ain't finna marry Papoose anytime soon, even if he wanted to. Even if he wanted to. And that's what I mean by not being smart. I don't know who your advisors is. I don't know who in your corner, which is crazy to me for you to be the female champion of the world. I figure you would have better advisors in your corner telling you, hold on, girl, what are you doing? What are you doing? But then again, from what you one of them type of persons that they say it's hard to talk to. It's hard to talk to. Look, I like you as a boxer. Okay? I like you as a boxer. I supported you as the female champion boxer because I didn't really know about your life as far as like mentally and privately of what's going on until now all this stuff comes out and I have to actually do my research and study this stuff as a result of me covering it. And the things I came across, listen, it's not good. It's not good. And I don't think you're making good decisions. And the sad thing about it, you're claiming to be a woman of God, a Christian woman, but you're having sex with a married man and you're not even convicted. You don't even have no conviction. You're not even bothered by it. It don't even bother you. That is a red flag for anybody who confessed to be a born again, Bible believing Christian. There is no way you have the Holy Spirit and you can comfortably have sex with a married man and you're not being convicted by the Spirit of the living God. Neither do it bother you and you parade and gloat it as though this is the thing to do and as though this is approved and accepted by God. Nope. Here, take it. Take it. Bang the gavel on your damn self. Don't worry. I'm going to do it for you. No. No, man, get out of here with that trash. No. And like I said, and it's even worse because you're saying, I don't care about him being married. I don't care about him still being in love with his wife. I want a baby by him. That's obsessive. That is obsessive. And it's not smart. Especially when you the breadwinner. For the most part, usually women say that stuff to guys who in a better financial position than them. That's when they usually say things like that. He balling, he got money, I want a baby by him because I'm struggling and less fortunate and ain't got it like that. So I want him to have a baby. I mean, I want to have his baby because he got it like that. You remember 50 Cent song? Have a baby by me, be a millionaire. Have a baby by me, be a millionaire. Remember that? Same thing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No. That's usually what happens when women want babies like that. The guys be balling over them. Your situation different. You financially was surpassing him and you put him in the game. You gave him 5 extra contracts when his wife was actually disappointed of his gambling habits And them being like, it says she still owed the $800,000 on the house. The documentation says she still owed $800,000 on their house. That says a lot. You wanted them that bad. And I'm telling you, sis, look, I say this out of truth. I don't say this out of spite. Because the thing about it is, I want what's best for all of them. Papoose, Remy, Claressa Shields. But you doing things the wrong way, sis. You are. You're acting like you never been in a relationship before. But I get, see, since I've been covering it, I understand it now. This is somebody you actually been crazy about ever since you was a teenager. So you're living your childhood fantasy. That's why when Remy asked that question, wait, why are you 30 years old and you want this 47-year-old man who financially ain't even got it like that, and you supposed to be on top of the world right now as the female champion, you young, why are you making it your business to want to be with him? Why? Remy didn't know and understand this is your childhood infatuation. That's what Remy didn't get. That's what Remy didn't get. You're going after your childhood infatuation. And let me tell y'all something. This is what a lot of these young people are doing. Look it up. This is what Kevin Durant and Zion Williams was just doing. They was young. Let me just show you what they was doing. They were young, and them young boys was watching all that porn, going to them porn sites, looking up them girls, getting attracted to them, developing obsession to these women while they was young. Then when they got in the game and started making money and got them big contracts, guess what they started doing? Personally DMing those girls who they used to watch on TV, who they was attracted to when they were teenagers, and start offering them money for sex. That's a fact. That's what happened to Zion Williamson. That's what happened to Kevin Durant and so many of these other guys. When they were poor and down on their luck, lusting and watching TV and building obsession for these people, and then they got their big breaks and name build up and contracts, they reached out to them because they always wanted to be with them. That's what she did. That's why when Remy asked that question, why would you want to do that? Because she been infatuated with him since a teenager. That's why. She had a she had a fiance. She had a fiance that she was just about to marry, Tony Rich. That was her fiance. While at the time, she was talking to Papoose. She cut him off. Made him sign an NDA. That's why you don't hear him talking. You know that man would have been talking. He's her ex. You know her ex would have been talking. He only made one comment. He said, now, if I start having sex with Remy Ma, they're going to be mad at me. Speaking about Papoose now having sex with his fiance. After he made that statement, you heard nothing else from him. And you know an ex of that magnitude dealing with a woman like Claressa Shields, he would have been talking and saying something, especially when Easy got beat up by Papoose. He would have been saying something. He would have been mocking in some type of way, making some type of statement. Why have he been so quiet? Why haven't he said anything? Because she made him sign an NDA. And she paid him under the table to be quiet. And that's why y'all don't hear from him. That's why he ain't doing no interview. You know, people been reaching out to him to do interviews. You know, people want his view on this. He was her fiance. They were supposed to just been getting married that year. What happened? Remy and Easy have the fallout. When Remy and Papoose had a fallout, we already see she was friends with Remy And then when she saw opportunity presented itself, what she say? She went in Papoose DMs and invited him to one of her events to get him alone. There you have it. So she just living her childhood fantasy. I don't think it's smart though. I don't think it's smart. And I don't think she probably do got advisors in her corner. She just ain't listening to them. And that's the same thing with Papoose. Look, I guess she a boxer. I guess she get money, but you have to be careful who you having babies with. Don't matter that she got money. Remember, see, this the thing y'all not getting. Remember, Claressa Shields have a niece that's named after her. She have a sister who had a baby, and her sister was going through some type of mental drug problem to the point that the child was basically like going through a change of home, and Claressa Shields wanted custody of that child because it was named after her. The little girl is named after her. But the state found her mentally unstable to have custody over that child, to adopt that child. Think about that. Think about that. This is a fact. This is the truth. Even with Claressa Shields' own confessions out of her mouth, saying she tried to take her life 2 different times and actually went through with it 1 time. Think about that. So that's something psychologically there. Anytime life can be so frustrating to you that you want to kill yourself and you actually go through with it, trying to accomplish it, something wrong with that's psychologically off balance. I don't care how hard life gets for me. I'm just going to deal with it. I'm just going to stick it out. It ain't going to get so hard for me. I'm finna kill myself thinking I'm getting away from a problem. Nope, because in killing yourself, you're going to a bigger problem you can't escape from. So now I'm just going to deal with mine. I'm going to trust in the Lord, hand it over to him, and whatever I got to deal with, I deal with. But ain't nothing in life going to frustrate me so bad that I want to kill myself. The devil is a lie. And I'm trying to tell you, man, that's exactly how it is. So that's not smart. That's not wise. And that go to show you. So Papoose, you want to be careful of getting this woman pregnant if she ain't already pregnant, if she going through things like that. Especially if she find out you don't really love her like that, you don't really want her like that, and you play her like that. Can you trust that your child will be safe in her care when you see she have an attitude problem and known as a bully? And you see, is that what you want? You got to take all that stuff into consideration. But it is what it is, man. So she denies she's not pregnant, but at the same time, she says she possibly can be pregnant. She just not saying nothing. We don't know. I just don't think it's smart. But if you are pregnant, again, I'm still like this. I have nothing against children. Children are a gift from God. So if God put that child there, it belongs there and have a purpose. Do not murder and kill your kids regardless to what situation you in. I don't care if you don't love this man. I don't care if you hate his guts. I don't care if you financially ain't got it like that. I don't care if your family and them trying to tell you already got too many kids. Never murder and execute your kids in the womb where they supposed to be safe, loved, and protected by the mother who bears them. No matter what, all children are a gift from God. You may not understand that child purpose. You may not know what God has prepared for that child. Do not murder and kill your children under no circumstances. And it is a child in the womb. Do not let people lie to you. Okay? If it's moving and it's active, it is alive. And it is a human. It is a person. Don't let these people lie to you, no matter how small. Do not murder and kill your own seed, because you're not just killing that baby. You're killing that baby. You're killing that baby's children. you're killing that baby children. You're not just getting rid of one person. From that life you take, you're committing mass genocide within your own bloodline. So do not murder and kill your children. Do not abort your children, no matter what. If you don't want it, there are many people who would love to have your child, who would bring it into a loving home and take care of it if you're not able to. But do not murder and kill your children, no matter what. And that's a word from the Lord. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's some question. It's yours.
What's in those streets for you? So leave me waiting on you. What's in those streets for you?